So, about a year ago now, I published my first challenge run. Can you beat Mario and Luigi Brothership without the B button? I've had rather mixed feelings on it as the months have gone by. Editing-wise, it turned out great, and some sections still hold up pretty well in that department. Also always fun getting to ham it up while recording the scripts I write. It's a really good way to cut loose and let out a lot of pent-up frustrations. As for the run itself, well, I focused far more on comedy than actually properly showing the roadblocks I encountered when scripting that video, to the point that the two hardest bosses I faced wound up being reduced to mere memes. On top of that, even though I was in the Mario and Luigi speedrunning Discord at the time, I didn't properly check the community's glitch resources until the minimum battles run, and left it as a mere footnote in the Bros Attacks and Battle Plugs run since I was too lazy to investigate properly and restart that run. All in all, both the video as a whole and the B button run itself could have been a lot better. And that's just what I hope to accomplish here today, where I will be revisiting Mario and Luigi Brothership's minimum B button challenge. Our first and most important rule that dictates all of the others is that we're not allowed to press the B button unless the game forces it upon us. TJ Henry Yoshi was right, he just mentioned the wrong button for the wrong game. As I tested in a recon playthrough I did, there is no such thing as a half B press in Brothership. The game sees that you either have pressed it or you haven't. You can't hold it after one jump to avoid pressing it again for your next one. You can't hold it to make use of any in-battle functions that require it, and you can't even hold it to chain fast-forwarding two cutscenes that play right next to each other. This game only lets an action be done with the B button when you initially press the button, regardless of whether the action requires holding the button down or not. As a result of banning this one button, all of the following have been taken away from us. Fast-forwarding or skipping cutscenes, closing the start menu with B, exiting the cannon without blasting off to an island or islet, closing the save menu without having to restart the game, making even a single mistake in a battle menu, jumping with Luigi in the overworld, fishing, and all normal shop interfaces in the whole game. The only new gear we'll be getting from any shopkeepers are the accessory rewards from Make It side quests, as her initial menu is programmed more so like a dialogue prompt, letting us access and exit her requests tab without soft-locking us. Next, any and all sequence breaks that remove B presses from the counter must be done, no matter how finicky and stupid they are and no matter how few they save. Looking at you, Fast Fortress Zocket. There are going to be a fair few repeats from min battles and min hammers, so those will mostly get breezed past, but I actually do have some new tricks to show in this one. Thirdly, everything is fair game. If I can access it without adding any B presses, I can use it. Islets, side quests, mini challenges, reefs, Grampy turnips, all of our cards are on the table this time. Lastly, for the rules, as a bit of a bonus challenge, I will avoid using the Y button for Luigi's parts in normal jump or hammer attacks as much as possible. This is something that got brought up in the comments a fair bit on my original run, but here's a refresher just to cover my bases. For unknown reasons, when doing a jump or hammer attack specifically, X works exactly the same as A, and Y the same as B. And it's not like this is consistent either, as every other aspect of the battle system is properly programmed to only respond to the button presses the prompts advertise. This mirrored button anomaly exists only for normal jump and hammer attacks, and one Luigi logic for the final boss. So while this is technically allowed by my rules, and thus isn't outright banned, I feel it violates the spirit of the challenge more often than it doesn't. and will go without it as much as I can. One more important note is that Sorrel Leaf, one of the friends that joined me during the Discord calls for this run, is plural. Throughout the run, his guys were fronting at various different points for various amounts of time. Whenever someone new puts their cat on the mic, this text blurb will appear in the bottom right corner of the screen to explain who's fronting and what their preferred pronouns are. But plot twist of the century, that's actually not it this time. There were a few rare and exotic co-fronts. So for those, I will have an extra text blurb in the bottom left corner, and the system member that is actively speaking will have their text change from red to purple and vice versa. Also, there are going to be a lot of inside jokes, and no, I am not sorry about that. With all of that preamble finally out of the way, let's get this run started.
It's a brand new loop.
Yep.
It's a brand new loop, and you are a horrible goose.
That day, the shattered continent became countless drifting islands wandering the ocean currents. I think one of them now has an Arby's. I heard they have the meats, but I don't think that's true.
Do they have a Taco Bell?
Yeah, one of them also has a Taco Bell. It smells like shit.
I'm a communist!
Snoutlet!
What?
Have you been reading the tenets
When
of
did you become that?
Have you been reading the tenets of Marxism again?
Yes, anything's better than the bitch-ass controller. Bwee bwee.
Oh no, I am unable to close this menu with the B button. Whatever will I do? It's not as if there is a button that could close this menu. Do not look in the bottom right corner of the screen.
You can press plus to check the map or use items. Or avoid paying taxes. That's how I've hid from the IRS all these years. Bwee bwee. No, for legal reasons, this is a joke. I have never committed tax fraud in all my life, and I definitely don't pirate Nintendo games either. Everything is legitimate. Nothing is pirated or secondhand. Absolutely not. Please don't send the ninjas after me. I wanna live!
Welcome to Rumbla Island, and the first place where our new way of life comes back to bite us in the ass. What I said in the original video still holds true. Luigi is completely and utterly useless offense-wise in this run. Not only does he hit every single enemy like a sack of potatoes, but the green goober also prevents Mario from ever getting an excellent jump or hammer attack for as long as he stays active. In addition, while Mario can still counter and dodge enemies just fine, Luigi has no choice but to rely on emergency guards to just barely scrape past by the skin of his ass. On top of that, saving of all things is incredibly annoying for this run, as the only way to exit the menu in-game after creating a save is pressing the B button. Every single time you want to lock in your progress, you have to press the home button, completely close the game, and completely reopen it from scratch to get back to your save. Be prepared to get sick and tired of that title screen music. And to add further insult to injury, we meet this run's mortal enemy. These godforsaken fling jumps. Every single one of them requires us to press A and B in order to get up them. Just pressing A alone won't work. And you will be seeing these a lot, as a whopping 22.84% of the B presses in this run come from these hanging blue bars that will haunt your nightmares. We do the first of many fling jumps, officially incrementing the counter to 1 and cementing this run's status as minimalist. Several defeated enemies later, and we get introduced to Luigi logics as a mechanic. Luigi's brain aneurysms lead to him being able to interact with different aspects of the environment in unique ways. And unfortunately for us, a fair few of them require B presses. This one especially makes us press said button 18 times. A lot more platforming and Luigi logics ensue, during which we press B 6 more times for yet more fling jumps, and we reconnect our first lighthouse. Ah, unskippable cutscenes, my beloved. And that's every single cutscene in this run, so have several Gloam lattes prepared. Yeah, also, oh my god, random Concordian, shut the fuck up. No one fucking cares. I'm not gonna be using sprite bulbs anyway. I have to do Desolat skip, which cuts me off from battle plugs. Leave me the fuck alone. You smell awful.
And where'd this capsule come from?
Must have washed ashore.
Fuck you, man! Is someone inside? We need to help them.
No, the fuck we don't?
We've tried, but it's sealed shut.
Good, leave it that way.
Why are you like this?
But do you guys want to do something here? Me personally, I can't write this off as a tax-exempt activity, so I'm gonna look the other way, okay?
I don't think this is working. Guess he'll die. You think you could get it open with a
Hammer. Someone here need a hammer? Unfortunately, you're gonna have to turn to the black market for that. Those recently just got banned in Concordia. And Quebec. And the state of Oklahoma specifically. The compressed JPEG of a house didn't like it. You see, Daniel just couldn't fucking handle it anymore. Don't ask. Give me my women.
Women.
You will not deny me the she.
Time to meet the gay people, everyone, because we've made it to Twisty Island! Admittedly, next to nothing on this island is all that important to note. Aside from this one fling jump needed here to reach Spiralia, we mostly get through with no extra trouble. I will, however, quickly take the time to mention that our item situation is going to be a complete and utter nightmare throughout this whole run. We don't get easy, consistent access to full heals until the very end of the lush green sea. And even then, Luigi is going to be getting his teeth kicked in a lot during each island visit, including the initial visits where the toad spawn ship shape is obviously off limits. Compounding this is the fact that every single shop in the game is banned, as entering the shop menu softlocks us until we press the B button or retreat to our last save, meaning the only items we get are in overworld blocks, quest rewards, or in-battle drops. And what we get is nowhere near plentiful enough to keep up with Luigi's constant ass beatings on its own, to the point that it actually made me partly change my routing mid-run. But we'll get to that later. Also, the gay people aren't going to be much of a problem. They try to make us dance, but by repeatedly failing each minigame on purpose multiple times, which you can speed up by pressing the minus button after hitting each miss threshold, we trigger difficulty reductions that will first increase the amount of misses we're allowed, and then just automatically complete the dancing for us. No button presses required once that happens. Luigi can be a white boy with no rhythm and peace. Be sure to talk to Make-It before connecting the lighthouse though, as you will receive a super nut by following the chain of events. Given how utterly anemic our stash is, this is practically mandatory. First, some background. You see, once upon a time, there were two races, humans and monsters. They both ruled over the surface together. Oh shit, wrong script. Take a look at this picture. Look at this photograph.
Whoa,
Look at this
good job.
graph.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
I put it together with hopes, dreams, duct tape, and scissors. Concordia is currently divided.
Get the fuck out right now.
It's okay.
Rainforest time. Gross, wet, gets everywhere, you know the drill. If you watch the original run, then you know what's coming next. Except... no you don't, because apparently the B presses for this Luigi logic are extremely inconsistent. I got it in only 4 B presses this time somehow. Then another B press for Luigi to pull Mario up here, and 4 more B presses for fling jumps right at the end of the island. Moving on.
Listen, I got all the islanders to scram, but they're statues. Wait, they got turned into statues? Aw, fuck. Who let Medusa into this game?
Technically,
Technically speaking.
Excuse me?
Clue. Reclusa turning to stone.
Oh my
Clue just
god.
said, "Is this why I'm a woman?"
We return to Rumbla once more, where shit's in fucking shambles, bro! We also get forcefully dragged into this shop by the most desperate capitalist fuck of all time, trying to make us buy their wares. But alas, they forgot that I'm a broke bitch, so we press B to escape. Many dead guard arms and seedles later, we also press B for another fling jump to reach this gate plug. We put both into their respective slots and finally meet up with an old friend of ours, good old Dickface himself. Garumla got tired of trying to save up money for a PS3 and is taking his petulant rage out on us. Unfortunately for him and fortunately for us, we beat his ass first try, only taking him down in 14 minutes and 14 seconds, which is still pretty damn slow, not gonna lie. And aside from Luigi's non-existent damage potential, another major factor in that is the Luigi logic. Yep, they don't just exist in the overworld, but in many boss battles too. In this particular context, they normally give the player an opportunity to disable the given boss for a whole turn, sometimes a bit more, and pile on extra effective damage. Sadly for us, the vast majority of these Luigi logics require the B button and thus are banned, making nearly every single battle with them take much longer. Keep this in mind for later, by the way. Beating the shit out of this fuck gets both bros to level 8 and thus shell rank. For reasons that will be unveiled as the run goes on, and for the first time in any of my playthroughs, I actually have to go with drastically different builds for both brothers. They start off the same for now, both getting quick leveling as their bonus, but you'll see how drastically they diverge later on. After Wilma yeets Stickface into the stratosphere, never to be seen again, she gives us the Piss Pipe trademark, also known as the Return Pipe, I guess. Shockingly enough, this actually lets us collect a couple item boxes over in this tiny section on Rumbla that would otherwise be off limits for us. We also get our first 2 bros attacks after we return to ship shape, and they're barely a factor in this run for the most part. All but 2 of Mario's bros attacks require the B button in order to get an excellent, and all of Luigi's bros attacks are completely off limits due to needing the B button to even start them. To make this worse, the one reliable bros attack that we get, Bomb Derby, is not unlocked until the Burning Sea. So while our useless bros attacks do have use cases, we will be at an even bigger damage deficit until then. Time for Floral! There's almost nothing to discuss here, no B presses are required. We do get our first bros move though, the UFO spin. This, Bros Ball, and Fire and Ice are all going to be very important tools that allow us to crack this game wide open in ways that will remove B presses down the line. That's about all I have to say here though, moving on. Jay, no! So... slash me pause.
What the fuck, Jay?
I'm gonna read this for chat. If Recluso really wanted to torture Mario and Luigi, he put dozens of mandatory Hammer Rally minigames in the fake Mushroom Kingdom.
No, please. Anything but the Hammer Rally. I just paid off of my college debt. I got to go gambling again.
Let's go gambling!
Mario, no!
Escargoon! I need a monster to club with that Hammer Rally!
Sire, don't you remember? You discarded enemy enterprise.
Same tone.
You discarded enemy enterprises for using generative AI. Oh, fuck.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck.
Meta Knight,
This makes me want to write DDD. Fuck.
got any ideas? Well, you see, King DDD, I don't fucking know. What do you mean you don't fucking know? You're the one who
Meta
told
Knight
me to
would
go to
say
the
that.
extra loud pop fucking mountains last time. Well, you see, you get no beaches, plus a L, plus a ratio, plus lazy, plus steals all the food in Dreamland, plus
Meta
gets
Knight.
beat up by a pink puffball prick, plus no toes,
Oh my fucking god.
plus get possessed again.
Well, King DDD, I heard you were getting possessed again. Where the fuck you come from? Internet?
It's Kagoon! I finally found a monster to climb with that there Kobe!
Oh no.
Oh god, where'd you find it, sire? It was $4,790 at Staples! What? What? Hey, looky here, it's me, Yape! The most powerful of all our fish supplies!
Sire, what the fuck?
Did you hear? He said his name! It's Yape! Dipshit!
No, I mean, like, what the fuck is this? What does
Hell,
it
the
do?
origami origami, cause all the other songs are origami. Hey, the other songs in Origami King are songs too. Did I stutter? Wow, I love this guy already, Escargoon. Fuck off, sire. Later, Kirby pops in like, Boyo! Ah, Kobe! You have yet to meet my new Kobe destroying fuck! I'm stronger than an anime swordsman! Give me an anime swordsman, I'll flex on them like, give me scissors, I need to flex on them now! Boyo? Here, just take the soul, Kobe! Go along with it!
One does not question the will of Yape.
Yape could actually defeat Kirby.
The Yape is the one being who has a chance of defeating Kirby.
Like, Kirby
I
just
mean,
goes,
and it's solely because we don't know what Yape does.
like, literally, Kirby would go to fight Yape, and it would jump cut to Kirby in the Family Guy dead pose on the ground. King DDD's just, holy shit, you actually clobbered that Kirby! I did it in ways that only Yape can do. We've now arrived at our first Great Lighthouse. This area is very cruel to us, and not in the way you'd expect, due to the awful gear situation forced upon us by having to go scavenge only. Saying enemies hit us like a truck right now is a gross understatement. So I had to heal, and heal, and heal, again and again and again. By the end of the lush green lighthouse, my items were in total fucking shambles. Like, look here, man! I have nothing! And this is going to get way worse before it even comes close to getting better. There's only one B press to note in this dungeon, and it's this one to get the first gate plug. After completing all the other platforming this place had to offer, getting our skulls bashed in with 20 tons of bricks along the way, we finally make it to Goblik, our next boss. He's not the hardest boss or anything, but god damn was he annoying for this run. To start with, I accidentally softlocked my first attempt by entering Luigi's Bros attack menu, and then also killed my second attempt by forgetting to replenish Mario's BP before entering his Bros attack menu, having to start the fight over from scratch both times. Third time was finally the charm, in which I beat him in 8 minutes and 34 seconds. Much like with Dickface a while ago, Victory Bell here puts a B button shaped lock on the Luigi logic, so we can't use it. On top of that, Luigi's health gets fucking eviscerated really quickly, since he's nowhere close to being as tanky as he will be way later on. For most of this fight, I actually brought back the Girahim strategy from the glitchless run, wherein I let Luigi die on purpose and fought only as Mario for most of the attempt. Made things much more manageable that way. Only revived Luigi near the very end of Goblik's health bar so we could get the EXP, but realistically speaking, he did jack shit for us here. After skipping over Patriarch's chicken scratch, we watch Connie have an anime magical girl moment and end the lush green sea with 38 B presses on the counter. Arriving in the colorful sea, we blast off to Desolat and encounter our first major change from the glitchless run. As you might remember, 35 B presses were required to free Elo from his hole in the original run, and it was the second biggest sole source of B presses that I encountered. However, if you've watched Min Battles and Min Hammers, then you already know what's coming next. We're going to be doing Desolat Skip. I will be explaining the tricks I did here, but unlike what I've done in the past 2 challenge runs, I'm not going to go super in depth with most of them, as I've already done so twice and don't want to repeat myself if I don't have to. I highly recommend you check out my Min Hammers video, especially for more in-depth explanations on most of these skips, as well as what warp protection is. And before you ask, no, these glitches and skips don't add to our B press counter. We can use the A button to jump and such instead. Anyway, hold right here until you stop moving, gently tap up, enter UFO formation, jump, then hold right, making sure to maintain warp protection during your ascent. Once it stops, jump, then regain warp protection, UFO spin upright, then further navigate right and up to this roof shingle. Hold right to here, then UFO spin and hold up. As soon as you start to wobble, let go of the analog stick and mash X, and start holding upright as soon as you start spinning again. Unfortunately, here is where the monkey's paw aspect of this trick comes into play. By skipping freeing Elo, we skip loading any triggers for the 10 boss fight, and thus completely lock ourselves out of any and all battle plugs for the whole run. Yup, pretty much every single strategy in the glitchless run from here on out is completely useless. We got 0 B presses in Desolat, but at what cost? Damn it, I can't believe Starlo made the Unitree piss on the ocean. I can't believe Kara would make it do that.
I can't believe Kara would make her do this.
Man, I can't believe Kara made Starlo make fun of Luigi in Paper Jam.
Damn.
First impossible side quest of the run, baby! If this fling jump didn't give it away already, investigate the abductions is not possible. After a few actually doable side quests, we arrive on Merry-Go. Remember the mid-run routing change I mentioned? Yeah, that happens now. I originally planned to complete Merry-Go normally, since I know it doesn't require any B presses from my glitchless run. However, right after I hit the switch to rotate the maze and let Luigi think thonk, it hit me. I know I said I was going to do Merry-Go, but I genuinely don't think that's viable anymore.
What you mean?
My items are in fucking shambles.
Oh, yeah.
So despite my initial plans, it's time for Neo Merry-Go Skip. Hold up left until you stop moving, tap left, down, left, and enter UFO. Spin, press up once in midair, jump 3 times, get warp protection, jump once. Hold up left, UFO spin here, and hold up. I unironically got this trick on my very first attempt this time. Don't forget the screwy order I did this stuff in though, as it's going to bite me in the ass later. Like, it'd be nice to send Luigi for a change of pace, but consistently, every challenge run, it has been more optimal to send Peach.
You okay?
Oh my god, I haven't seen this variation before. It's because I interacted with the Switch and let Luigi have his brain blast.
Oh my god!
It didn't spawn the actual cutscene trigger, but it spawned the actors for the cutscene.
Oh my god, that's fucking incredible.
So that guy and the snappers are there!
Perpetually fighting.
Get off my fucking lawn!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You just noticed the guy fire!
Oh, that's peak. Oh, that is peak.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dying. Side quest time! Back to Idle's roots and Little Lost Toad are definitely possible for this run. No reality bending shenanigans required this time. Little Lost Toad, however, royally kicked my ass. It requires a battle, and it gave me my first game over of the run. Need I say more? One positive thing to come out of all this, though, is that we reach level 15 and get Boomerang rank. Both bros get the Gear Slot +1 buff, but trust me, this is going to be the last time Mario and Luigi remain in sync buff-wise. Also, we got our next 2 bros attacks, but again, we're cut off from making full use of one and completely banned from the other. Onward to Lotta Coins! As the call highlight earlier alluded to, letting Peach get kidnapped was sadly required for this run. Letting Luigi go instead would have forced him to press B multiple times in an exclusive solo platforming section. Man, why does this game hate women so much, SMH? Anyway, the vast majority of this island has nothing new to add that I haven't already mentioned. I'll look up the 2 gate code solutions so I don't have to twiddle my thumbs figuring out puzzles that I forgot the moment my first casual playthrough was done, and one of the 2 codes requires Luigi to press B 14 times in order to complete it. We get the Bros Ball move, and after Shun proves why he's not allowed within 10 feet of a schoolyard, it's time to face Mega Snapter. She actually gave me my second game over this run cause holy shit she hits hard! And of course, her Luigi logic requires B and thus is banned. In other news, water exists. The next actually successful attempt took 14 minutes and 38 seconds. The strategy that wound up working was, much like with Goblik, the Girahim strategy. Since Luigi barely does any damage himself and holds Mario back from his full potential for the time being, why not cut him out of the equation entirely and let him die? Still revive Luigi at the end so he could get EXP, but yeah, Mario hard carried here.
Ashley reviews this and puts this in the final cut. How are we? Please tell us how you... I value your well-being. And I would like to make sure that all viewers of this VOD or video are doing well, both physically and mentally. Remember to drink water. because that is probably the most important thing you can do. And remember to hug your friends, because they are very important, as this game oh so wonderfully teaches us.
More side quest cleanup ensues! In the weird order in which a Denio merry-go skip finally comes back to haunt me. Remember how it leaves the screaming dude perpetually telling suburbs to fuck off? Well, that poses a problem in the final cutscene for A Vision in Pink. Everyone in the crowd is meant to disperse, and the dude we've trapped in a feathery torment nexus is one of them. And since the game is trying to move an instance of a model that doesn't exist, yeah, soft lock. As a result, while A Vision in Pink is theoretically possible for this run, my own dumbassery and indecisiveness completely locked it out in my run. Onward to Ulsan though, where oh boy do I have quite the story for you. In my reconnaissance run, I just did Ulsan normally without any shenanigans. When I actually started the Min B button run, however, I began running into any corner I could, trying to find a viable wall climb after remembering those shitty fling jumps before the lighthouse. I got all the way to the very end of the island, including doing the gate skip wall climb just to assert my dominance over this fuck-ass desert, but then I got to this particular corner by the left of the lighthouse, and after some fiddling around, I struck gold.
Thinking, yeah, I definitely know what G looks like now. Spoiler alert, I don't,
Holy
apparently.
shit, I found something!
You found something.
You found something?
I found something!
Yeah!
Hey, yo?
After that, I realized I had a massive opportunity. So I tried, and tried, until about 11 minutes later, I finally made it happen.
Put away the pen. Alright.
Holy shit!
Oh my god, you're floating, you're flying!
Go, 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 go! Oh, holy shit.
She is flying!
I
She
actually
cooked.
fucking found something!
Creation!
Look at her go!
Insert the DuckTales moon theme.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Yo! Poggers! Oh.
Oh.
But I know it works!
Oh, we know it works and we have proof now.
The B presses can be saved!
Oh my god. Holy
Oh.
shit.
Once I finished celebrating, I went back and actually finished all the steps needed in order to collect the stickum oil, then made my way back to the corner to do the Ulsan Fling Gem skip once more. Hold up right to get into this corner by the lighthouse, then press full up once. Gently tap down until Mario's just in front of this background scene and enter ball formation. Jump twice, pressing up after the second jump, and make sure to maintain warp protection on your ascent. Once you seemingly stop moving, hold right, and that's it! You've successfully skipped the fling jumps and cut out the only B presses on Ulsan. After some side quest cleanup, including doing the Ulsan fling jump skip again in order to gain access to the hammer rally there, we watched Techniki do a murder and then make our way to the colorful Great Lighthouse. In another drastic departure from the glitchless run, this dungeon can be done without any B presses at all. The first trick we have to do in order to make this happen is the colorful fling jump skip, which I found during my pre-run reconnaissance. Rather than break the crates, you're instead going to do the following. Hold up right to get into the corner created by the crates. Tap down until you're facing forward and standing with the back of Mario's feet roughly aligned with this seam. Enter ball, jump, and press right very shortly after. keep jumping, pressing right after each one, and making sure to maintain warp protection as you do so, and you'll have successfully pulled the skip off. We're going to continue through the lighthouse normally until we reach the room with this orange switch. Yup, time for colorful stealth skip again! Except it's not quite the same skip. Last time in Min Hammers, although the method of stealth skip that I did there saved hammer uses, it also completely cut me off from Gloam Sharpcask, and thus Gloam Pipegunk by default due to not actually opening the gate to Sharpcask's battle arena. I also mentioned that speedrunners on version 1.0 of the game do a slightly different variation of the trick that merely gets them to the stealth section early. However, that exact method is non-viable for the Min B button run, as it incurs the exact same 11 B press penalty that I got in my old glitchless iteration of the run. So now, I somehow needed a method to skip the stealth section and remove the B presses it contains, while also preserving access to the toughest challenges the run has to offer. And that's exactly what I did during my recon, fuckers. Time for a new variation of colorful stealth skip. It starts exactly the same as the old one. Hold right to get up against this wall, press down until you reach here, tap left to here, then tap down once, ball formation, jump twice and press up right after the second jump, warp protection during ascent, hold down to here, then left to here where you should jump. But now here is where things get different. Hold down to roughly here, then switch to UFO spin. Hold the right stick towards UFO, then carefully tap down until the other options on the wheel become grayed out. Spam UFO and the other wheel options, then spin downwards. Navigate down and left until you land on top of this pipe roof, which, yeah, shockingly has standable collision. Move down left to here, spin, hold down left, then switch to full down to go over this question mark block. Press A while hugging the back of the gate plug, and boom! A Luigi logic with the L button will let us hit the switch and get up the stairs. Then grabbing the other plug and putting both into their slots is as easy as velcroing a shoe. This could probably even be useful for speedruns on version 1.0, though it would have to be tested in an actual run, so don't quote me on that. Sharpcask is up next on the docket. He kicked my ass, gave me 2 more game overs. My actual successful clear came at the 3rd attempt, which took 20 minutes and 29 seconds. Not even the Girahim strategy is viable anymore, as the damage we deal is just so comparatively pathetic. Our only option here is to keep Luigi alive as much as possible, and use our red shell and hatch me if you can. We may not be able to ever get excellent ratings on these bros attacks, or even good ratings, but even at this insanely nerfed state, they still deal more damage against Sharpcask than our jump and hammer attacks are currently capable of. And even still, making sure Sharpcask doesn't pull a Dementio on Luigi is going to be a very tall order, as he hits us with all the force of a Cat 5 hurricane. The only mercy you are going to get in this fight is that the Luigi logic is one of the very minute few that doesn't require the B button at all. Otherwise, I fully believe this would have been undoable. We turn Sharpcask into scrap metal, melt him down to reinforce some concrete, and end the colorful C with 52 B presses on the counter. For the next little while, the structure of the video is going to be a bit different. Every single island in the Burning Sea is completely doable in 0 B presses. And since only 2 out of the 4 normal ones before the lighthouse have something worth talking about, I'm actually going to be completely quiet until said moments arise. Get bantered, idiots!
Chili and Bernadette!
Transfem chili supremacy, by the way.
Stuck. Okay, I'm no longer stuck.
I would have honestly just called it Fish Island, says Fire. You know what that means? Fish.
Fish.
Fish! Fish!
You know what that means? Fish.
Anyway, so under my notes for dragons, I just put Roman dragon. Giant fucking noodle.
I mean, I'm assuming that's accurate.
Yeah, my notes on Roman dragons are just the Romans love a good dragon fight. Giant fucking noodle, all caps. 3 forked tongue, 3 rows of teeth, crest. So yeah, noodle. Don't kill a sacred monster and then look down on it in pride that you killed it. No bragging allowed, or boom, you're a snake. And your wife might turn into a snake too if she wants. Reject humanity, become noodle. Join me in noodleism. What the fuck was I on?
Catnaps are the cockroaches of the Mario universe. No matter how many times you kill them, they always come.
Yeah.
You can't kill the fuckers. You could drop the Mushroom Kingdom equivalent of a motherfucking nuke, and they'd still survive.
That just makes me think of die with a nuke.
Yeah, with a nuke.
Oh, yo! Brothership music is getting onto Nintendo Music and even has titles.
Let's fucking go!
Yeah. Void just posted it in chat.
Fucking finally!
It only took a year and a half.
Oh, Clue is making us go to the app now.
Wait, oh my god! It has the opening cutscene music!
Let's go!
Yo!
Finally! At last! Ah! Your mic ate most of that input.
It's because the end credits!
It has the what?
It has the end credits music!
Let's go!
Oh, yo!
It actually fucking has it! Yippee, 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 yippee! Anyway, you know what? Everyone watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching, but also fuck you, I'm seeing if there's a way to get those music files. He's hunting the ghosts. He ruins his face, he's fuck boy. He still
Every
sucks.
single-
I'm just kidding, you're great, hello. Says Fire.
Why do I just think of I poisoned the water supply?
Now everyone dead. Oops. By the way, you owe me a Coke.
No!
After we leave Racism Island trademark, we do a ton of side quest and island cleanup, and then it be heat freeze hours. We failed to mend the stupidest rift of all time, watch the pain of 1,000 period cramps stop a budding enemies to lovers story, and make it to level 22 and thus get fire rank. Mario got the POW Up Plus bonus, while Luigi was given Defense Up Plus, cementing the latter's path to becoming big tank. Also, we do as the Neanderthals do and enter a cave. This island would have normally been 0 B presses anyway, but the reason I'm even bothering to talk about it is, you guessed it, we have to do Fire and Ice early. Hold right in this corner until your shadow stops moving, roll the left stick upright and let go, gently tap up, then down twice. Enter ball formation, jump, roll the left stick up and right. Maintain warp protection on your ascent. Gently tap slightly down right once you stop rising, switch to UFO and regain warp protection. Jump and press down right. Line the bros up here using down and right inputs. Hold left to here, then spin and hold down left for its duration. Hold left again to here, spin and hold up left. Mash X as soon as you start wobbling, and continue holding up left for this spin too. Spin left to here, spin up left through here, then spin one more time while holding up. Progressing and talking to the fuckers from here will give us Fire and Ice far earlier than we're normally supposed to have it, and this will directly enable a B press save a little later. Also, the fuck you mean nuh-uh? Oh, and before I fully shut my trap for Scorching, I finally get the first and only unconditionally useful bros attack of the run, everybody! Give a big round of applause for Bomb Derby, the uncontested GOAT of this run. Also jump helmets there, I guess. Useless open scrap metal. Well, that does remind me. I nearly forgot. Does Cecil want to see the pretty fishies?
I heard gasp, yeah, and he wants to show Shy.
Alright. Well, Cecil and Shy, behold the derpy fishies. Those are the actual bulbfish that Bulbfish Island is named for.
Shy is staring with their big ol' eyes.
Yeah. Fishies.
Hi, it's me, real quick. Should I say hi?
Hi, Shy.
Should I say hi?
Yeah. Hi, Shy.
Should I say hi too? And thank
Hi,
you.
Cecil.
Thank you. Good
No
fishy.
pro- Good fishies.
Good fishy.
But yeah. That should be good on the fishy. Now we go. We
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Caladon!
What did bro say?
Yo, you got both fire and dice? You now... Fuck. Cool, now you need 3 more and you'll be the true master.
I don't get it. I'm not over Cosette's theme being kindness and regret. That's so fucking... Ah, my heart says fire. I know,
Yeah.
right? It is so... And also, like, the fact that they specifically use an image of the flashback with Connie and Cosette on Floral means it kind of is intended to be Cosette's motif. So I wasn't entirely 100% off the mark calling it Cosette's theme. Like, I called it a tragic past in the game rip release I did. Just cause it's in that first cutscene where, you know, Connie's explaining, Concordia's fucked, the tree got destroyed. So I called it a tragic past, since that's a generic enough name. But the fact that the Nintendo music is basically confirming that it's Cosette's motif. Just... Mwah! I love it.
Good day for Cosette enjoyers.
Which is me!
Yep, trans W's.
I love the Kazi, Your Honor.
Miss Cosette, I love her.
Yeah, like, again, I've mentioned this before, but she was the first character I could say I felt seen by. Just, when this game came out, I was going through some really bad mental health issues, and honestly, I'm, still kinda dealing with them. And just... I see so much of Cosette's struggles within my own. It's been twink hours, bitches! Welcome to Slip and Glide. We scare the shit out of the locals, kill some more monsters, trespass on Ted's private property, and learn the ball blitz move. Normally after this, we'd have to go through this cave and do a fling jump of shame. But not anymore. Not anymore. The reason for doing Fire and Ice early now comes into play, as it's time for Slip and Glide skip. Line up here, then press roughly down left. Switch to Fire and Ice, then jump until you begin floating, maintaining warp protection on your ascent. Once you stop moving, jump and press left, switching to UFO soon after. Tap right on the left stick while holding the right stick towards UFO. As soon as the wheel is grayed out, let go of the left stick and spam options with the right stick. Move roughly up left to here, full up to here, then right to here. UFO spin, hold full right to about here, immediately spin again, and hold up and then slightly up left towards the end of the spin to around here. Make sure not to softlock yourself at this part like I did. Twice. Spin and hold upright to here, move upright and then full up to here, another spin, hold up left, move left to here, spin, and hold up left again. Move left once more, and you'll exit the cave. Screw you, Goombas and Koopas! I never liked the Bowser's Minion side mode anyway! Anyway, it's time for some more cleanup. Frostbitten Toads is actually possible this time. Saving hammer uses isn't a concern now, since that action doesn't require the B button. So several return pipe shenanigans later, and I get it done. Absolutely nothing changes about a big debate or toads in the sand. They still remain fully possible. Fear of Gloam, though, can unfortunately go eat a car key. Encouraging today's youth somehow requires the B button, so sadly we must do as the Concordians do and abandon a Watnist in her own time of need. Also, the Yuri wedding happens. I personally took the friends route, meaning I did floral and slip and glide, but it honestly doesn't matter one bit which one you do in this run. You're gonna come out of the wedding prep with 0 extra B presses either way. We skip over the dance by exploiting the difficulty reductions once again, and after the lesbians exchange their vows lesbianly, we move on to the burning Great Lighthouse. It is technically fully possible to do the stealth sections normally without any glitches, as I did so all the way back in my original glitchless run, but here, not even gonna lie, I forgot how I did it and was just too lazy at the time to dig up my old footage. So I repeated the stealth skip I did in hammers instead. Hold right into this corner here, switch to fire and ice, jump and press down shortly after. Gain warp protection, then jump and press down again. Jump and roll the control stick upright. Move up to here, switch to UFO, spin and hold up left to land on the other side of this gate. After melting an ice block early in search of items, only to get useless coins, I pressed on through the lighthouse as normal. If I wanted to, I could have skipped Pipe Gunk after this and had a relatively easy time getting to the end, as I showed in the mid-battles run. However, if you're at all familiar with the old glitchless Min B run, or my Bros Attacks and Battle Plugs run, then you know that this son of a bitch and I have a score to settle. Although he was shockingly a first try clear this go around, it was not a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination, taking me 22 minutes and 52 seconds to get past. The biggest and most readily apparent problem is the Luigi logic. You have to mash B multiple times in order to steal Shun's remote. And oh boy, guess what we're not allowed to do? From the moment Shun appears on screen and for the rest of the fight, Pipe Gunk is going to be constantly switched between his fire and ice variations with no way to stop it. Since he gets healed from the elemental winds when he's the exact same type as it, and since he will never be the opposite elemental due to that requiring the Luigi logic, yeah, his healing factor is impossible to stop. While this is nowhere near as bad as it's going to get for us down the road, it still means that our only path to victory is overwhelming his healing with raw damage. So I guess it's a good thing I just recently got a Bros attack that actually gives me that sort of power, huh? The other big issue is, of course, Pipe Gunk hits us harder than a boulder crashing through a shed, especially in Luigi's case. While his defense is slowly getting better, the key word is slowly. He is still extremely vulnerable right now and can be smashed into dust with very little effort. You're going to have to spend a lot of turns reviving him so you can keep up the pressure with your bomb derbies, as the Gira-him strategy is simply not an option anymore. End of story. After pushing through this absolute shitstorm, I finally made it through to the other side. Holy!
Yeah!
Oh my god, you did it.
That was actually a first try clear.
Nice.
Oh my god. Having successfully made Pipe Gunk my bitch, we end the burning sea still, with 52 B presses on the counter. Bowser, don't you know trans people are too powerful, you can't win. After Bowser blasts us with his balls, no, not like that, get your mind out of the gutter, we wind up on Offendon Island. Literally the only thing of note here is that we have to do a fling jump after solving this maze puzzle. I did Ophodon skip and flew over the shitting in fear gal so that I wouldn't have to deal with the story triggers, but still, this place means fuck and all to me. In fact, the next several islands are all 0 B-Press clears that have literally nothing worth discussion aside from getting my skull bashed in by a shit ton of enemies. So you know what? Before I shut up again, I'm gonna speedrun the highlights of the next few islands. Layton gets denied the right to piss once more. I turned in more reefs to Isarok for useless gear, cause yeah, I was doing that the whole time. Killed some monsters and reached level 29 in leaf rank along the way. Mario got the counter buff and Luigi the iron body buff. Reconnected Twisty and Heat Freeze, completed a ton of side quests, got Clockout Blow and Yoo-Hoo Cannon, which are all but useless for me, completed Techniki's Pass to get the second best attack boosting gear for Mario in this whole run, and left it equipped for a long time, completed the Ophodon prison portion without even needing to skip it, and I finally got to craft the miraculous spell. It boosts Bro's attack damage by 15% for the wearer, while deducting 20% of the wearer's max health if you get anything less than an excellent. It gets equipped to Mario to further increase the damage potential of our one and only Bomb Derby.
Also, hi! Editor Ashley here! Don't know why the fuck I was too lazy to put this into the script to begin with, but Gloam has officially started existing as a status effect we can be afflicted with. It does have some minor use cases for us, but more times than not sucks fucking ass.
Now whoa! Yapping be upon ye!
Also, yo, no way, I found Sorrel Island again.
Damn.
I found your people, Sorrel. I found your people.
Ugh. You've got a Twisty and it's just the whole system.
Oh my god, yeah. Slaps roof of Sorrel system.
This bad boy can fit every sexuality known to man.
We're just gonna let this guy panic for a few seconds. Look at them go.
I just remembered the Spinies.
Oh god. Oh god.
Act the Spinies, I remember hating finding those guys, says Fire. Yeah, the Spinies in this game kind of fucking suck. And this is because I did Fire and Ice earlier. I get to just go to the lighthouse. If I'll stop falling off the fucking platforms, that is.
My love, don't call it a skill issue.
Who called it a skill issue?
Alistair.
I mean, they're not entirely wrong. And again, this track that is called Kindness and Regret.
God.
And again, Mocha.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I fear that we have turned the birds into gods and made them omnipresent.
Oh my god! Technique did invent time travel!
I now live in fear. What is Argyle hiding?
Oh my god, Argyle just goes, squawk! You'll never find out. Oh my god, that's actually so fucking funny.
Oh my goodness.
Just the bird hater and those snappers are always there.
Oh my god, what is even going on at this point? I think the chaos is just unraveling all of our brains.
What have we created?
Oh my god. Hail the origami korigami.
God, I swear to God, if Yape gets mentioned at some point in the Origami King fic, I'm going to lose my shit. Glad I could help, says Fire. Thank you.
She helped in ways that only Yape can do.
The spirit of Yape possessed fire.
Hey, looky here, it's me. Fire.
Sorry.
The most powerful of all people. I can confirm my cost $4,790 at Staples, says Fire. Yep, gonna bring the pain. Yep, piece of Morgan pain. Mario,
Well, I believe now we know what the cost of a human life is. It is 4,790. If what Fire said is to be believed. But does it differ by retailer?
Oh my god, go away, Lakitu. You get no bitches.
And you smell awful.
At least Dupless fucking a showers.
Why is Rue here?
Don't bring him into this.
Don't bring me into this, Slick.
They don't deserve it.
I don't deserve this shit. I mean, I only stole your identity and everything. But that's water under the bridge, right, Slick? Right, Slick? Oh, shit, Slick. I gotta get out of here. Don't you fucking run away from me. Time for Way Away Island. You know the drill by now. Enemies beat my ass in the quote retweet so hard I see stars, my items are in fucking shambles, and I copied the routing trick from the any percent speedrun in order to skip the higher level Koopa Troopas and assert my dominance. And it immediately backfires as Bowser comes to bash my face in with a rusty crowbar. Although he was a first try clear, it took roughly 22 minutes to get past him. Along with him hitting us like a truck as always and getting a ton of opportunities to do so, he's also the first boss fight of the run that comes down to a ton of layers of dice rolls. Whether you can keep Luigi alive or even present on the field long enough to use enough bomb derbies to take Bowser out depends on what attacks he uses in what order, which minions he spawns, and what attacks they use on which bro at any given time. The attack where a bunch of minions get spawned isn't just bad for the obvious reasons, Luigi getting damaged constantly and Mario sometimes getting scammed out of a valid dodge, but also Bowser can do a sliding punch that yeets the target off screen without the dignity of dying painfully horribly. So you have to hope and pray that it gets aimed at Mario and not Luigi. Otherwise, we have to deal with the several turn reduction in our damage potential by having Bomb Derby cut off, and it can last for a random amount of time. Bowser can also trip or burn Luigi, which is generally not good. On top of that, something I nearly forgot to mention is how surprisingly annoying working with Emergency Guard is throughout the run. We obviously only want Luigi to be guarding, but since it also makes Mario guard at the same time, we have to treat it more like the Thousand Year Door remake's Super Guard, and only use it right as Luigi gets hit so that Mario can keep up the pressure. This is surprisingly finicky, and I took further damage throughout the run through no fault of my own as a result. Bowser definitely isn't the most egregious example, but it sucks ass to deal with all the same. I wouldn't overall rank Bowser as extremely hard or anything. Don't know what glitchless run me was smoking in that regard, but don't expect a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination. Oh shit, that was it.
Woo! Hell yeah.
I actually
Wonderful
can't...
job.
Thanks, I actually
Not
can't
bad for a
believe-
human.
Thanks. I like to think I'm not too shabby. Oh, and before we fully move on, during the trek through the Gulch Rock Great Lighthouse, I reach level 36 and get star rank.
Mario's given the Bros Pro buff for what I hope are obvious reasons by now, and Luigi gets the Stash Shot Plus buff cause honestly I couldn't think of anything better for him.
Wahoo! Wahoo! Make wahoo on my wahoo till I yahoo!
Wahoo!
Hey Luigi!
Yeah, Mario.
Why didn't you bring the Poltergust 3000?
I don't know, Mario. I kinda wasn't expecting to fight any ghosts.
What do you mean? There are ghosts everywhere. You said so yourself.
Yes, they put the fucking ghosts in my hamburger once.
Oh.
That is the last time I go to McDonald's. From now on, I'll go see Kentucky Fried Man.
Kentucky Fried what?
We arrive at Fortress Socket for the first of, 2 times. If I had a nickel for every time Fortress Socket was visited, I'd have 2 nickels, etc., etc. We also crash head first into the first massive roadblock this run has faced so far. Gloam Bowser. My successful attempt lasted 18 minutes and 4 seconds, but that doesn't exactly tell the whole story. I was stuck here for a grand total of 48 minutes and 29 seconds across my 3 attempts. That little issue with Luigi not being able to defend himself from attacks is not so little anymore, as Bowser has an incredibly high chance to gloam you with every single one of his attacks, if his name didn't give that away already. He can also burn Luigi, which is preferable but still not ideal, or freeze him, which completely disables him from doing anything and is an absolute disaster, since no matter how you slice it, whether we heal Luigi's status or attack as just Mario, our damage potential for that turn is getting drop-kicked into next year. Add that on top of the Zoc Troopers he spawns in the first couple phases and the attacks they can do, and you are completely at the wrath of RNG here. And speaking of damage potential, more so than ever, Luigi's existence is actively a burden for us. If you haven't picked up on it yet, Bomb Derbies with Mario are our only form of decent, consistent attacking power in this run. And as it being a Bros attack implies, Luigi has to stay alive, unfrozen, and ungloamed in order for you to make use of it. The same is true of Mario, but Mario can actually defend himself and make it where that is way less likely to happen to him. Luigi, on the other hand, is a sitting duck that you constantly have to babysit throughout the fight in order to keep up the pressure on Gloam Bowser. On top of all of those issues, Bowser has a puddle of gloam underneath him. Ever so often, he reaches down and summons the power of period cramps in order to spread it closer and closer to the Bros. And unlike in casual play, you actually can't deal enough damage before the puddle reaches you due to Luigi contributing jack and shit. At which point you have to contend with a constant health drain for both brothers until you can finally tire Bowser out enough to do the Luigi logic, which still takes a long time. Adding further insult to injury, the Luigi logic is actually completely useless for us. We can use it to run away like a little sissy baby just fine, but the part of it that would have been helpful, the cannon, is locked behind the B button. So literally all this does is stall out our inevitable demise. This is easily the hardest boss the run has had to offer so far, and it only gets worse from here. Oh my god!
Yay!
Oh my goodness, Dios mío. Muy bien, señorita, muy bien.
Oh,
Ah,
gracias, señora.
muy bien.
What
Oh.
actual
Ah,
fuck was that?
Oh my god.
it's over.
Quiero morir.
Please don't die.
Oh. Tengo dolor de cabeza. As Zakit tells the bros,
Woe, menstruation be upon ye.
they try to flee and get thrown into an unavoidable QuickTime event, wherein we have to press B yet again and leave Fortress Zakit with 54 B presses on the counter.
Hey there, Great Conductor. Get the fuck out here. I brought ice cream.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Bacon flavor.
Waking up on Conductor Island, we reach our next major departure from the glitchless run. In that attempt, the best I was able to do was 15 B presses, 3 uses of Yoo-Hoo Cannon with 5 B presses each. Going into this new run, however, I had a new strategy. Or more specifically, a strategy I took from Pixie Chew in the Mario and Luigi speedrunning Discord. Shoutouts to her, by the way. She's trying to do a more extreme version of the Minimum Battles run, and is also an awesome Dream Team speedrunner. You can find her channel link in the description. Anyway, remember how Great Conductor heals damage from anything that isn't an excellent rated bros attack? Well, it turns out that's not entirely true, as he doesn't heal damage he receives from counterattacks. Yeah, I think you can see where this is going. In order to complete this fight in 0 B presses, you have to slowly whittle down his health with counters for 29 minutes and 20 seconds! And bear in mind, I'm being generous here, and not counting the time for which I had to go AFK for a random medical call that happened during the fight. -88. Also, shit, hold on, I'm getting a...
She got a phone call.
This is also probably possible without using the Y button for Luigi's Jump and Hammer too, but not gonna lie, I finally cracked and wanted to make my life slightly easier here, so I broke my bonus challenge. I don't use the Y button for this purpose from here on out, but I was not about to practically double how long this fight took and put my items in an utterly shambolic position just to prove a point. If anyone else wants to, though, be my guest. After dealing all of the counter damage, which I actually manually calculated along the way, he won't immediately kick the bucket, as he still requires being hit by at least one excellent bros attack before he accepts his inevitable demise. But once you reach that point, one bomb derby is all that's needed to take down this clown once and for all. And in the process, I also retroactively proved that it's theoretically possible to beat Brothership without battle plugs and with only one bros attack. Eat your heart out past me! After clearing the lonely Great Conductor, landing on Jellyfish Island and skipping yet another dance, we get some tickets and enter Club Diode. Yeah. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. You all knew this was coming. The Jellyfish Pizza minigame requires an unhinged amount of B presses in order to complete it. And unlike Diode and Emmett's dancing minigames, there are no difficulty reduction thresholds to be found at all. You either make all the pizzas in time, or you don't. End of story. And there are also no known ways to skip Club Diode entirely. It's been proven with a moonjump code on an OG Switch emulator that entering the loading zone directly with any method other than riding the elevator itself would make the game crash to the title screen, and the walls outside of Club Diode are far too thin for a wall climb to even be feasible. No amount of reality-bending shenanigans in the world are going to help us this time. We have no choice but to eat a whopping 74 B press penalty in order to clear the island. Yeah, 74, not 82. My brain somehow tricked me into conjuring 8 extra B presses out of thin air during the glitchless run. Well, anyway, whatever the case, we leave Jellyfish Island with 128 B presses on the counter. Look, a Daphne, honey, You may be better than I first gave you credit for, and have a lot of missed potential, but I just met you, man. I'm staying a firm member of the Technicky Nation. Also, you're the single biggest sole source of beat presses in this run, so eat a car key. And I appreciate your help as well, 5.
Yeah.
Don't think I forgot about you.
Which is what I am programmed to do.
And you were programmed very well.
Yeah.
Thank the goddess.
Yo, goddess! Thank you for programming 5 so well!
Thank you, Hylia.
Thank you, Hylia! You do good work, I tell ya!
My brother finds this quite humorous.
Hey, Girahim, is your refrigerator running?
No, Ashley, no. Bad
This
Ashley.
is the line of humor that you only find humor in saying, correct?
Yes, she finds humor in saying this.
Yeah, I find humor in the stupidest of nonsense. 2 side quests later, we head to Way Island for the second and final time to grab an airship part. Admittedly, this visit in and of itself doesn't have much interesting to note. Just 6 fling jumps along the way like in the glitchless run. However, one thing I do want to note is that there technically is a wall climb in this room that was found by BCS Caden. But alas, a weird invisible wall to the right of where it puts you and an invisible ceiling prevent it from being useful, so we must carry on regardless. Now that we can fucking fly! It's time to clean up more side quests, oh boy. I scanned the new islets in the lush green sea for gear, and returned to this islet in the burning sea to finish the ball rolling minigames, then head back to the lush green Great Lighthouse for our first super boss, the first glow man of the apocalypse himself, Gloam Goblik. It surprisingly didn't take that long at all, only 6 minutes and 46 seconds for a first try clear. Of course, the Luigi logic is still banned due to requiring B, much like the original fight. Luigi kept getting gloamed and damaged to Kingdom Come, but his defense buffs are finally starting to take effect, so I actually didn't have to heal his health too horribly much, along with non-Gloam status effects also being rare for him. My Gloam RNG was decent as well, so although we get some really good boots out of it, Gloam Goblik was shockingly a bit of a footnote for the run. Same goes for the fossil in the bones, actually. I anticipated it to be far bigger of a problem, as I remember the battle plugs being what carried me during this side quest and others in the original glitchless run. But nah. Got the required shark bone drop on the first try. Barely even took 2 minutes. Monster Mania level 1 on the other hand, yeah, this fucking sucked. Wasn't difficult or anything, but even being at level 39, this still took 11 minutes and 16 seconds to get past. The Crodar's defense is so insane that even with my damage at its peak, Bomb Derby was still dealing 18 damage per turn max to any given Crode for most of the fight. And of course, Luigi being constantly attacked, made dizzy and or getting tripped certainly doesn't help. Cleared it eventually though and got my pathetic defense beans reward. Monster Mania level 2 was a complete and utter sweep. Took less than a minute. These fuckers are meant to be fought when you're at a far lower level, but unhinged healing doesn't do shit when you're very strong. Yet another bean reward, and we move on to Monster Mania level 3. The last one I did in this run, and yeah, it's fucking annoying. Again, much like in the Man Hammers run, it's not even all that difficult. It just takes so damn long, Jackenstein would have already filed an eviction notice. Accidentally softlocked my first attempt by entering the item menu when I couldn't actually heal anything. Luigi does jack shit and gets yeeted off screen for a random amount of turns, much like in the Way Bowser fight. Mario does a ton of the heavy lifting again. Took 20 minutes and 37 seconds, but it was hella boring the whole way through. Shitty beans reward, nothing more to add. Levels 4 and 5 of Monster Mania are being completely skipped. 4 is technically possible, but would require either grinding to level 100 so we don't get insta-killed, or being blessed by the unending holy light of RNGesus themselves in order for Luigi to not be targeted once, since we don't have the safety net that battle plugs would have provided. And 5 is just too annoying. Would have likely required using Conductor Connector, and I ain't risking softlocking my file with the fucking comptroller for these asshats. We blast off to Fortress Socket once more, sadly having been forbidden from joining Cosette and making Concordia pay for its shitty treatment of Watnists. It's also time for the last skip of the run, Split Puzzle Skip, also known as Fast Fortress Socket. And this trick is easily the most insulting one I had to do in the whole challenge. Not only is it a convoluted piece of dog shit to follow along with, not only does it have the worst, most finicky wall climb in the whole game, but it also only saves 1 B press over doing the fortress normally. Move Mario as close to this edge and this wall as you can without getting too close. It's a very delicate balance that sucks to figure out. Switch to Fire and Ice, jump, roll your control stick right then down, warp protection, repeat the jump and roll and do warp protection again, jump and roll right then down 2 more times, jump once more, hold down right, and navigate to the lower area as best you can. If I went over every minute bit that adds B presses, we'd be here for another decade. So as this footage plays out, I'll just let you know that this skip, including the final fling jump after everything is done, adds 13 B presses to the counter, only 1 less than the glitchless run. If anyone wants to find a more optimal way to shave off B presses somewhere without breaking any story triggers, this is the place to do it. There's admittedly not much to talk about with the extension core this time. First try clear, 12 minutes and 34 seconds, and it's only even that long because I voiced the core for shits and giggles during the Discord call. Almost everything that's an issue here is also an issue I've discussed before, except for one. X's attacks normally steal battle plugs, but since we don't have access to those in this run, should X successfully damage you, he can steal your items! Yup, if your item situation wasn't in goddamn tatters before, it sure will be after this fight! On one hand, it actually helps damage the core in later parts of the fight. On the other, my fucking item.
Get kazooed, idiot.
I didn't know you had a kazoo.
Yeah, I got one for Christmas.
Zocket's up next on the docket, and he's not gonna go down without a major fight. Yup, this was the next huge roadblock for the run. My successful attempt stands at 18 minutes and 39 seconds, but it took me a total of 39 minutes and 13 seconds to get to that point. Zocket has a ton of RNG on his side. He can make us dizzy or gloam us, and the latter is really bad for this run. Due to not having battle plugs and thus no auto amp berry, we have no easy counterplay for this, and Zocket will get to instantly brainwash the afflicted bro over to his side more times than not, reducing our damage potential for the next turn or two. And since Luigi can't defend himself, meaning he gets hit a lot more often, we yet again have to babysit him throughout the fight to make sure Zocket doesn't get the chance to do his gloam control. Add on to this the fact that Zocket's attacks, although seemingly easy to dodge, frequently scam you with janky hitboxes to the point that I lost an attempt this way, and this fight will come down to pure luck. But should you get through, you'll be plunged headfirst into Gooperville with 147 B presses on the counter, just in time to collect everyone's bond energy and be thrust into more yapping!
Speaking of egg,
There's another egg that's about to break.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking. Oh.
Girlfriend thoughts.
Give me the goods. Show me the goods. Show me the goods.
Show me the money!
I am not normal about this woman. Come on, I'm gonna squeeze her little face. So bad. I have to be quiet, but I want to squeeze her, and I want her to squeeze me back. You cannot deny that's kind of sexy.
Yeah, the CG cutscenes in this game are really good.
Touching the Sakura. I'm down bad. Oh god, I'm down bad. For my girlfriend. Only the most dehydrated of piss to save Concordia.
What's the deal with Gloam Dickface? He's the third glow man of the apocalypse, and he got taken down at only 6 minutes and 15 seconds! Might as well be the Boulderguster Brothership! What a fucking dick! Also, we hit level 43, and finally reached the most based rank of all, Gay Rank! Mario was given the Casual Bros and Iron Body buffs, and Luigi got the Big Lucky and, kinda by default, Pow Up Plus buffs. Guess Skarumbla was good for something in this run after all, huh? Also, I guess I unlocked Max Mix Vortex during the Bernadette and Chilium stuff earlier? It's fucking useless anyway, don't know why I even brought it up, but cool, I guess. Help! I want to go back to my hole. It was made for me.
Stew, stew, stew. I love the stew. Stew from the faucet.
What?
Stew in the tub. I could go for a big pool full of stew.
Bestie, what is your problem?
Man, it's so
Clue.
hard to tell the perspective here.
Okay, from Clue. I remember from directly quoting her, I think I remember the stew guy, and yes, I was actively judging them. What the fuck?
In a buck, and I get 1 coin. In another, and I get 1 coin. I'll just do this until all the coins in the Mushroom Kingdom are mine.
Okay, Elon Musk.
Just, man, Technicky temporarily breaking out of her VR flower prison.
Just be like, no one can see you from up there. You do understand that, right?
Wah 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 wah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Jinxie Omikunk. During the rest of the Bond acquisition chain, we finally unlocked the Conductor connector, and it's an inconsistent mess that we're never gonna use! As it turns out, I don't like getting softlocked for missing 1 input and losing untold amounts of progress. Fuck you, bitch-ass controller! You never had the G's I wanted!
Jesus Christ, what are...
What is wrong with these people?
Oh my, this is such fun! Everyone's frozen in ice. Look at it. What a booze!
Show speech bubble.
Hi, piss boy.
Piss boy!
Piss boy. Piss boy.
Boy!
Hey,
Points
I'm
at him.
not Piss Boy!
Piss
Hey.
boy! Piss boy!
Hey, I'm not Piss Boy!
Piss
Piss
boy!
Boy's
Piss
my
boy.
evil twin! Stop it!
We may have collected everyone's bonds, but we're not pissing on the solid tree just yet. time for the final round of side quest cleanup, baby! And in that regard, the second glow man of the apocalypse himself, Gloam Sharpcask, is up next on the docket. He only took 7 minutes and 29 seconds. The most interesting things I have to note are that I kept screwing up the opening and reset the fight twice of my own accord, and a weird animation bug where Sharpcask tried to switch to rage mode and couldn't until a little later. Got a pretty good hammer out of it, and that's about it. And up next is... yeah, you all saw this coming from a billion light years away. Gloam Pipegunk was the hardest boss of the run, and to say it's not even a contest would be underselling the sheer brutality and mind-numbing madness that fighting this fucker under my rule set bestows. Just to start with, how about a 3-hour, 20-minute, and 10-second grind to get to level 55? No, you are not mishearing me. That was the level I grinded to in order to finally beat the 4th glow man of the apocalypse during my old glitchless run, and that was with battle plugs. So I knew it wasn't even worth trying to fight this good-for-nothing pile of unfiltered shit until I reached that same level. And yet, even with my stats being so high and gear so strong, on my one and only attempt at level 55, I got absolutely unforgivably steamrolled. Gloam Pipegunk cutting through my health like butter. This made it quite clear to me that all the way back then, the battle plugs had been doing a ton of heavy lifting in terms of my survivability, and I was about as durable as a tree leaf without them. So guess what? More grinding time, fuckers! Go back to the grinding slot mine right goddamn now! The session where I found this out was right after I'd had a miserable day at work, and I didn't realize how completely fucking unhinged I was. Also 20 minutes to reach level 56. Matame! Multiply that by 10.
Multiply that by 10, but add a little bit of time each time because of how leveling up works.
Oh no! No! No, 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 no! Oh, no, 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 no! No! On the smallest of upsides, I realized that if you want to grind levels in this game, Twisty and All Sand are the best places to do it. Twisty because it's easily loopable, and All Sand because of the sheer abundance of enemies, especially high-yield Gloam Shark Bones. After another 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 20 seconds of grinding, I reached level 64 and finally felt confident in attempting Gloam Pipegunk again. Not even expecting to succeed, just to get another attempt in. And make no mistake, he bashed my teeth in with all the weapons in the land and then some. For starters, Gloam Pipegunk has the exact same problem as his original non-gloamed counterpart, with the Luigi logic being off-limits due to requiring B, therefore leaving us with no way to stop his environmental-based healing factor other than overwhelming it with brute force. And it's way worse here than it was before, as now the amount of bulk he gets back is 540 health per gust of wind! He's also not only capable of gloaming us, but also has the counter gimmick, giving him double the opportunity to do so compared to the other Gloam super bosses. Our one saving grace here, ironically enough, is something that was a constant thorn in our side in the original Pipegunk encounter: his other status effects. Along with being able to afflict us with gloam, he also has the ability to freeze us while in his ice form, or, more importantly for this challenge, burn us while in his fire form. Now you might be thinking, why would you want to be constantly losing health every turn, Ashley? Hasn't that been one of your biggest grievances throughout this run? Well, for one, we finally have the level of health and defense that's not too big of a problem to handle anymore. But also, having a status effect prevents you from being afflicted with any others until the one you have wears off. And that rule extends to Gloam. So by allowing Mario and Luigi to get burned and stay that way, Pipegung's gloaming ability is practically disabled for several turns, which finally gives us the edge and lets us pummel him into dust with our Raw Bros attack damage. After 21 minutes and 35 seconds in this fight, and a staggering 8 hours, 35 minutes, and 36 seconds spent grinding, I finally broke through.
What my plans are.
This might be it. This might be it.
Ooh, this might be it. This might be it.
This might be it.
I hope it's it.
I hope to God it is.
Come on. Come on.
Fingers crossed.
Come on.
Perish.
Come on. Die.
Yes!
Let's go! Let's go!
8.5 hours of fucking grinding! With levels 4 and 5 of Monster Mania being skipped for reasons I already explained, and the only other remaining side quests being impossible, it's time to commit home invasion and end this journey once and for all!
Yo, I didn't know Reclusa was a Toho character.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Hello! I love playing
Toho Project. Heard that already? Sorry.
I will bite their asses for you, darling. Yomi, be nice to the plants. Yomi, you'll be nice to the plants. Please. Don't look at me like that.
Oh no.
Yomi.
What is she
I'll
looking at
bite
you like?
their asses for you. I will. I'll do it. If you want them out of your house. Yomi. I want to say no, but you're so cute.
The power of girlfriend.
I know how to make her say yeah. Yeah. I know a clue. I've got you all figured out. Show me.
The final B presses of the run happen right here in the Solitary. There are multiple flame jumps scattered across the place, with 15 of them forcing Luigi to break his work restrictions. Also, I finally finished getting all the Grampy turnips, cause lo and behold, I was doing that the whole time too. Specifically, I did it so I could get these, the Grampy turnip gloves. They greatly reduce Mario's speed, making it where Luigi is going to go first from now on, but the trade-off of it being Mario's strongest attack-boosting accessory by far is more than worth it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do some... Firstly, I'm gonna run away, but secondly, I'm gonna do something a little unprecedented.
Oh?
What?
The Seed Lusa is gone.
The Seed Lusa fell down there!
Gone.
Oh!
Oh!
It fucking teleported!
What the hell?
And now... death. Oh, Luigi, is this what you feel like during all of our Mario Party games? Yes, Mario. It's a fucking glorious. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. I feel like a god! Recluse is the final boss! No shit! And he's... the hardest boss in the... You fucking idiot! Oh, come on! Did you seriously think that? He's not even close to being the hardest. Not even in the top 10, bro. Then again, I kinda expected that from the word go, given how gargantuan of a roadblock Gloam Pipe Gunk was. All of the phases put together took 24 minutes and 10 seconds. Were that over-leveled. Not even the game withholding information about the change in dodging mechanics with Reclusa's telepathic stoning is worth bringing up, as it's a non-factor for us by this point. Literally the most interesting thing I can think to mention is that during Weeping Core, you want to waste Red Shell, Hatch Me If You Can, and Clockout Blow on it so that you don't let Bomb Derby get analyzed. But like, that's it. In the context of this run in particular, allgoober.exe brings nothing new to the table that we haven't already been trudging through to even get to this point. On that rather anticlimactic note, we yeet ourselves off of the tree we paradoxed out of existence, talk to our friends yet again, and end the run with 162 B presses on our counter. So, yeah. I finally made it to the end of the B button run once again, and I gotta say, I'm overall a lot happier with how things turned out here this time. Sure, the run made me want to bash my teeth in at points, looking at you, Fast Fortress Socket and Gloam Pipe Gunk, but it was also incredibly satisfying to break through and make it all the way here once again. I'm especially happy with myself for not only all of the optimizations I was able to pull off, but also all the glitch discoveries I made. Never thought in a million years that I would be capable of finding 2 wall climbs in this game, let alone ones that were unironically useful for this run. Also don't know if it actually is, but I hope that the slight variation to colorful stealth skip winds up being useful for speedruns on version 1.0 of the game. As for this video, I mean, what can I say? Mario & Luigi Brothership means the world to me. It's why I've played it 9 times now. Every time I think I've found everything this game has to offer, a run like this lets me see some more of the tinier details I might have missed, or even some accidentally hilarious shit from all of the glitch shenanigans. I really enjoy getting to make videos on it, even if the video essay desirous kind of hit a brick wall for the time being. And I always hope to do this game the best justice that I possibly can. If you want to try this run for some reason, I highly recommend joining the Mario & Luigi Speedrun Discord. It's been an incredibly useful tool for me whenever I've gotten stuck or needed advice, and the glitch hunters and speedrunners there are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. A huge thanks goes to everyone that joined me as I streamed this run on Discord. Sorrel Leaf and their headmates, Fire, CatCat9066, Miss Rainbow Sprinkles, JJar100, Concordia Facts, and my lovely GF Kuronatcher. And thanks to all of you for watching. Peace out, fuckers!